First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Toadvine for taking the time to do this video. Mr. Toadvine, you worked as a paralegal and then decided to go to law school. Why?
I would say the main thrust for me to go to law school was when I was doing the paralegal work, I wanted to do the next step, and that was always all the background work that I used to do as a paralegal, that I would hand that background work off to the attorney, and the attorney would take that next step with that information. And I wanted to be taking that next step. Also, my brother was quite influential in my life, and he was my mentor, and he pushed me to challenge myself.
What would you say is the biggest difference between a paralegal and an attorney?
The biggest difference is the paralegal is behind the scenes and doing all the hard work of working a case up, no matter what kind of a case that is, whether it's a contract case, a tort case. They do all the grunt work, and that's what they do.
Okay. Who do you work for now, and what's the most challenging part of your job?
I work for New Jersey manufacturers, and the most challenging part of my job is the managing of the litigation. So when a claim comes into my office that is now turned into a lawsuit, that is sent out to outside counsel, and that is monitored and directed by myself and 6 other lawyers at New Jersey manufacturers. And that is not only the most challenging, but it's also the most rewarding.
Okay, and what dislikes do you have about your job, both as a paralegal and an attorney?
Paralegal, the biggest dislike I would have would be, again, the paralegal does all the behind the scenes work, and then has to turn that over, and that's their job, and there's nothing wrong with that, and has to turn that over to the attorney, and then the attorney takes the next step. It's more of the limelight step. So that I didn't like, and that was another reason why I went to law school. And with my job today, being an attorney for an insurance company, I'm now having a much greater role in personnel decisions. So that part of the job I don't like as much as I like directing and managing that outside litigation.
Okay, and what advice do you have for anyone that wants to be a paralegal?
My advice would be to take your education very seriously and absolutely know how to research whatever issue that could arise in the type of job that you're ultimately going to have, and just be able to be the person that when that lawyer walks into your office and says, I need you to research this, or prepare a rough draft of a summary judgment, or run through these interrogatories with a client, that you are that go-to person, and then you can do that. That would be my suggestion.
Okay, I want to thank you very much for doing this interview.
You're welcome.
All right.